Hey everybody, and welcome to the update for Behind the Screen. So, yesterday we talked about the new campaign for my Monday night group, and we decided that we think they should fight some werewolves. So let's take a look at the map, and you'll see we have this beautifully updated map that now covers the whole span of the page. So, the party started out in Fort Redbeard, and the General Redbeard's daughter, whose name we finally figured out, it's Roxanne. Actually, everyone in the party forgot her name, so we just renamed her. Uh, was attacked by werewolves over here by Brigdean. Once the party heard about it, like once she got back, the party immediately set out for Brigdean. They didn't bother to see what was going on. They figured it out right away that it was werewolves. Like werewolves that turned into men. They're like, yeah, fucking werewolves. We got this shit. Let's go now. So they took off, headed over here. The new character to the party, who was the captain of the guard, because we added a new character to the party yesterday. He was the captain of the guard that was following, what's her name? The General Redbeard's daughter. We just named her. Anyway, he hit his head on a rock apparently because he rolled a 1 on his intelligence check to like try and figure out where it was that the battle took place. Failed miserably. Rolled 1 on his next intelligence check to like see if he recognized any people or any sites anywhere. It was bad. He fucked up big time. So they went to Brigdean, poked about, started asking questions, but kept it really hush hush. So no one in Brigdean knows anything about werewolves. They kind of like asked about what was going on and asked if there had been anything weird going on. And one of the bartenders they were talking to said, "Oh yeah, there were a bunch of like people that had died recently in kind of like strange ways. Looked like they'd been eaten by dogs. Because remember, the wolf were is hanging out in Brigdean, just feeding on people. So." They talked to those guys, talked to the bartender, talked to a few other people, but kept it super hush hush. And when someone's like, "Wait, do you mean werewolves?" They're like, "No, no, 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 not werewolves. But there's something weird going on." So suspicion hasn't been aroused. All of our plans that we had kind of built based on them asking about for werewolves have completely fallen apart, and we're gonna have to fix that next time. Uh, and after discussing things there about what could possibly be going on, they decided to head back out here down the road. And eventually, after like walking back and forth along the road for a day, they found the spot where the battle took place. Went straight into the woods. Tried to track the trail, but it was a week old at that point. Couldn't figure it out. Then just said, "Fuck it, let's go into the woods." They walked for about 2 hours before it came nighttime. Made camp and got surrounded by a pack of wargs. The wargs attacked them in the middle of the night, and they eventually fought them off, but not before almost losing 2 players. One guy got like the new fighter got surrounded by wargs and he critical fumbled his first attack with his maul and then like rolled a 1 on his critical his save versus death, and so the maul just like flew off into the woods, and so then he like was stuck with his machete because he specialized in mauls and two-handed weapons. And then he lost like his weapon that is only good weapon. Then he had like a crappy machete. It was bad. He got fucked over big time. And their mage almost died. He was at like -8 at one point. But eventually they finished off the wargs, headed back to Brigdean, checked out some more stuff, figured out that, oh hey, the General Redbeard's daughter had been like talking to this dude a bunch, with this long flowing blonde hair, and he was like trying to seduce her, and then like it got broken up by her escort. Um, and so after that, they're like, well, we're not really sure what to do. Fuck it, we're just gonna head into the Elder Grove. And so they marched like a day and a half in, 2 days in. Actually, they marched all day and then all through the night, and then marched in for even further the next day. And so they've been like walking for basically 3 days into the Elder Grove with like no sleep. Well, 1 day, 2 days, no sleep. Um, and then without finding anything, they're like, okay, well, let's just go back home. And then they immediately head back to Fort Redbeard. They don't fight anything in the Grove the whole time. And then they went up to Caldera to talk to a scholar and a wise man to, figure out more information about werewolves. And they ask around up here because they have some connections in that town. And we left them where they had just talked to some crazy guy on the street who was like, yeah, I saw a werewolf once. But they did figure out how to cure lycanthropy. You need like remove curse spell and tuft of hair from the type of lycanthrope that bit you, preferably the one that the actual lycanthrope that bit you. So they figured that shit out, and now they're just not sure where to go to find the werewolves. So that's what happened in the campaign. Next time that we do behind the screen, we're gonna have to adjust all of our plans because clearly half of them didn't pan out. And that's it. Oh, also, I'm gonna be out of town for the next Monday after next. Well, yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday. So we're going to end up postponing that D&D game and thus behind the screen for another week after that. So it will be the second Monday in September will be the next behind the screen rather than the first Monday of September. So that will be the 9th. I'll see you guys then. Good luck. Have fun. See you guys later.